Simon joins me from London. Mr. Ambassador, thanks so much for your time. Can I just get your initial reaction to the statement from Israel?
Extremely unsurprising. This is in line with Israel's long history of whitewashing, cover-up for its long-held crimes. I mean, I'm surprised that people are surprised. They did not do such an investigation to deliver justice to Shireen and Shireen's family, and their bigger family, the Palestinian people. They did that exactly to whitewash. Israel has been clear about its non-commitment to any sort of justice, accountability, numerous occasions. But of course, because Shireen is such a high-profile, most prominent Palestinian journalist, beloved by the people of Palestine, the region, and worldwide, Israel did that trick only to actually quit any responsibility of the soldier who actually targeted killing Shireen, as per all the investigations that were done by numerous media outlets, CNN, Washington Post, Al-Jazeera,
and that's fine.
Press, but also by the United Nations.
Mr. Ambassador, can I just jump in there? Because, yes, we've heard all of this and we've analysed all of this, yet Israel has always denied, as we've heard, the charges that it intentionally targeted Shireen. It had, in the initial stages, said that it wanted the Palestinians to be part of a joint probe. The Palestinian Authority refused. Can you just explain to our viewers why you refused?
Because we don't trust them, because they have such a long record and history of covering up, of lying.
But don't you think being part of it, had you been part of it, sir, or if the Palestinian Authority had been part of it, do you think it would have made any difference?
No, not at all, because they are there. The whole process is designed to quit the killers. That's it. And we handed the bullet to the American side, hoping that the U.S., having its own citizen being assassinated, would actually come up with something conclusive. And regrettably, the U.S. statement was extremely vague, saying that they have inconclusive evidence. And if this confirms anything, it confirms that the Israeli institutions, the army, the government, the judicial system can never be trusted. This is a call to action to the International Criminal Court to immediately start investigating the case of Shireen and the 50 journalists that were murdered over the years, and all the Palestinians that have been killed with impunity. And this is a slap. It's a slap in the face of the United States of America that called for an investigation. It's a slap in the face of Blinken that promised the family, Secretary of State Blinken, that promised Shireen Abu Akleh's family a thorough investigation. And it's a slap in the face of the international community and the international justice system. And that's why justice can never be served via the killers. Justice and accountability can only be delivered via the international system.
So the position is,
justice.
Mr. Ambassador, the position is very clear, obviously, by the Palestinian Authority and by the politics of the scenario that you've just told us about. But let's talk about reality now in terms of what the Palestinian Authority can really do. A month after Shireen was killed, as you say, the Secretary of State, and I'm quoting, said, "We're looking for an independent, credible investigation. When that investigation happens, we will follow the facts wherever it leads." We now have the Israeli side of this. What sort of pressure, let's talk about the pressure that the Palestinian Authority can put on the Biden administration to do more. Can you do more?
Of course, and this is from day one. We have been clear. Our narrative is clear. We have provided the facts to the Palestinian people and the world. And look, Israel changed its narrative 7 times. Lying, covering up, whitewashing. Our call is very clear. Only the international judicial system, only the international justice system, the ICC, can deliver justice to Shireen, her family, the Palestinian people, and the many who have been assassinated, killed, murdered like Shireen. And we call through your program on the ICC, and the file is there. The Palestinian side have delivered all the evidence to stop dragging their feet. The prosecutor of the ICC must stop dragging his feet, and they must start investigation immediately, especially in light of these findings that makes mockery of any cause of justice, of any accountability being delivered, given the situation that you described. We knew from the beginning Israel will try every trick in the book to whitewash itself. No one expects the killer to prosecute themselves, to actually indict themselves. I mean, this is a joke, Suhail. We need to see the full enforcement of international law. And the US here is responsible to protect its own citizens. And regrettably, the US is willing to go as far as helping Israel acquit itself against the very purpose of justice for Shireen and others.
I'm sure we'll be getting more reaction from Washington in the hours ahead. For the moment, Husam Zomlot, the ambassador for Palestine in the United Kingdom, thanks very much for your time, sir. Thank you.